Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Baldur's Gate 3. This is episode 12. As I mentioned at the end of last episode, we've got a lot of goblins to deal with today. Last episode we infiltrated their camp, somehow made it through without rousing suspicions, and got to talk to all the leaders, so that's pretty good. The first time coming through I was really scared to talk to the leaders, so I never interacted with Minthara or Ragzlin. The only one I talked to was Gut. I had to kill her immediately before I even came here on the first run, so yeah, there was some drama. So it was quite impressive to actually make it through. Today, we will be dealing with the goblins and also
time to press ahead.
Talking to this bear. Talking to the bear? I do speak with animals, you know. So let's get on with it. Got a lot to get through.
See? It squealed! Hit it again!
Keep your hands steady, 3.
Stop them! Free me!
Again! Again! Make it squeal again.
I don't really like ever having to kill children in video games, but I make an exception for the goblin children. I'll be honest. What in the hells are you doing?
We're juicing it up. The beast came in here with those robbers, killed Dink and Mince too. Boss is thinking of serving it to the wargs.
And it makes funny noises. We made it squeal. Look, you'll see. Give me that rock. I'll show ya.
One of the goblins was called Mince. He kinda deserved to be minced, though, no? How about a taste of your own medicine?
Time for blood!
Alright, let's go. Time to fight. I mean, 1 and 3 are right here, and I have my attacks first, so I might as well... Wow, she survived? That's crazy. Can't believe it. Guess Karlach's gonna get to do the honor. If you don't kill these children, they run away and call for help, so... You know, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Really? That was crazy. That child is so agile. I think we'll be calling the ogres at some point during the fights in here. Probably against Ragzlin. I think he's probably the hardest. Everything's going crazy. These minor goblins aren't too bad. Although our RNG is not great right now, it seems. Start of this episode, not great attack RNG. No, Gale, don't slip over. Critical hit, critical miss. We'll get Shadowheart up here. Nice camera angle. Very, very appreciated.
Down with you.
Yeah, our attack rolls are not great to start this episode, huh? Like how many times? See if I can get out of this without slipping. Nice. Game saved by itself mid-combat. Right. Fair enough. Like, I'm surprised we haven't hit yet. We can do a reckless attack, maybe kill him. Nice. Gale, thank you for getting up. Now, if you would like to hit, it would be pretty cool. See if he can get out of here. Not quite, but nearly. I really like fighting in the goblin camp. Man, they're greasing him up. I know there's a way you can send Minthara to the Grove and do like an epic battle at the Grove, but it really puts the tiefling in danger, so I try not to do that. Plus the one time I did have that option to do that, well, it was the time that I was also going to be attacking the Grove, so...
Hope your soul is in good hands.
Guess I should have put Hunter's Mark up first, but
Time to
it's out of range anyway.
Oh my word.
Deal with these wolves. Send off a rank 1 arcane or magic missile. The World of Warcraft player in me keeps coming out when I do magic missile. I keep saying arcane missile. All my WoW viewers will understand. Like, yeah. Makes sense. Nice Shadowheart. We're actually gonna, now that Shadowheart is level 5 and has Spirit Guardians, we're actually gonna be going 5 levels with Paladin for her next. Which, you know, me saying that might give you some insight in the build that I want to go with Shadowheart. For anyone that has played this game before. It may not be super strong,
This is gonna feel
but it
good.
will be fun.
Come on, Carla. Show him who you are.
And generally, I only play this game for fun. Like, I don't care about being the strongest builds and stuff. You don't need the strongest builds to make it through the game.
Pardon the
Chaos
viscera.
slipping over.
One should cherish all of nature's bounty, but goblin guts are quite far down the list. Not only do you speak with a bear, but you free it too? A true friend of nature. Or perhaps a lunatic. Either way, I owe thanks. I am the druid Halsin.
You are the druid Halsin. The master Halsin of the Emerald Grove.
Yes, but just Halsin will suffice. Unbecoming to demand honorifics from the one who saved my hide.
I spoke with Nettie and she said you could help me with the parasite in my head.
Parasite in your head? You mean you have one of them?
Yes. Bit bright, mate, don't you think? Jeez.
Oak Father preserve you, child. You're infected, aren't you? The Mind Flayer's spawn. But something's different. You're aware of the monster inside you. You don't bow to the Absolute like the true souls do. How is this possible?
I think this artifact might have something to do with it.
That looks very alien. As alien as the Mind Flayers. They do not belong on this world. You weren't speaking lightly when you said you needed help. Let me tell you what I know. I've been studying these parasites for a while now. Ever since I discovered these so-called true souls are infected with them. Someone is using very powerful magic to modify these tadpoles. They're using them to exert control over the infected. I'm sorry to say, I can't undo that magic, which means I can't cure you. But that doesn't mean I can't help. I didn't find what I came here for, a way to remove the tadpoles, but I found the next best thing. I found out where they come from. That must be where these enchantments are placed on them. And it's where you'll find your cure.
And where exactly do they come from?
I overheard that the cultists are sending all of their captives to Moonrise Towers. Innocents go in, true souls come out. Given that all of these true souls are infected, it has to be the source for this magic. If you want to find a cure, you must head there and discover how the tadpoles are being manipulated.
You seem to know a lot about this. Will you come with me to Moonrise?
I wish I could, but there's still work I've yet to finish. Blood I've yet to spill. I've no right to ask more of you, but if you could help me, I'd be free to join your journey to Moonrise. I cannot allow these butchers to threaten my grove. The natural order must be protected.
How can I help?
My thanks. If you prevail, I'll owe you the debt of a lifetime. Rare is the beast that survives decapitation. Help me eliminate the drow Minthara, the hobgoblin draw Ragzlin, and that perversion of a Priestess Gut. They are the ones holding these parasites together. Remove them, and nature will cure itself.
Having a shapeshift and beard drilled at my side might make things easier.
Be warned. My presence could make things more difficult. I can only restrain my bear form so much. I won't be able to help but attack goblins. If I join you, we'll likely have to slaughter this entire place. You may want to use discretion when approaching the goblin leaders.
I've already dealt with them, Halsin. It's time for a little blood.
So be it. May Sylvanas lend us nature's fury.
Alright, so now that we have Halsin with us, the objective has changed to Operation Kill All Goblins. Let's do it. I'm gonna move Scratch over to this guy. Just so I get advantage on him and can shoot him for a lot of damage. Do I want to finish him? Karlek might be able to. I think I'll just shoot that guy. Ooh. That was a good dread ambusher. This is where it's gonna start becoming a little bit more. Gut might also come out during this fight, but we'll see.
Good idea, I think. You picked the wrong fight, friend.
Fuck yes.
Fuck yes. Let's light him up, Karlek.
Ready for this?
Stand down? Huh. I don't think so. Why you gotta come up here? Yeah, I think that guy's going to get Gut. Halsin actually does a ton of damage. Plus he's got like really good lunar mending. Let's see this guy. Definitely gonna need Shadowheart to protect me. Nice, we broke the Heeks. I think I'd like to take out the Warlock. Knocked her out for now. Yo, stop throwing stones at the beer. What the heck? Just as bad as the children. These damn goblins and their stone throwing. Get in there, Carly.
The hammer's gonna fall.
You're not using a hammer. It's an axe, mate. Get Scratch to finish that one off. We do want to save some spell slots for the people that matter. That's a good way of doing that. Dude, Karlak's on fire. I will probably be using Spirit Guardians at some point, so there's no point really using Magic Weapon. I was thinking about it, but... Spirit Guardians is really good. Here's the drum. Honestly, nothing too much to worry about though.
Every moment counts.
In this encounter. Like, most of these goblins are pretty weak. Finish him, Karlak. Karlak, if you can kill this one, it'd be amazing. Very good. And then kill that one. Oh. What? She does have an extra attack. Nice. I don't think Gale's able to do anything to Gut. That's also the one nice thing about playing Sorcerer on my Dark Urge playthrough is they have increased range. Like, you spend the sorcery point, you just cast like miles away from yourself.
I'm ready.
Alright, Karlak, are you able to reach her?
Heading out.
Maybe not. Can be close. Yes.
What's inside?
Alright, one leader down. Get a bunch of stuff. I'll just run around and loot these guys real quick and then we'll move on to the next battle. Let's see if I can let the spiders out. Hopefully they don't attack me immediately. Hey, spiders.
Yes, my desire. Closer, my sweet. I will wrap you and bind you and bite you and eat you.
You should eat a goblin instead. They're delicious.
Delicious? I do not know. But cruel and sharp, yes. Bindable and wrappable and biteable, yes.
Mm-hmm. Enjoy eating goblins. I don't think there's really any loot that I need in here. Spiders are going after them. Damn, you're going right in. Okay. Well, the way this fight's starting is definitely interesting. Didn't expect it to start like that. It'll make for a good fight at least. Ragzlin absolutely destroyed me for like a good hour or two on my first playthrough. He was way difficult. Can I shoot Ragzlin? He is at the edge. Yeah, I didn't expect the spiders to just go up there and decide to pull them, but hey, it is what it is. Let's blow the war horn. Get our ogres into battle.
Stop your belly, brother. The feast's begun.
Kinda surrounded me here. They're not in combat though, which is interesting. Maybe more goblins will jump in and they'll be like, ah, I see now. Because we're definitely gonna need to get out of the pit. Being in the pit, not so good. I don't know if the ogres are actually gonna move out of there. I think I found the one area to summon them where they're just gonna be like, no, I can't be bothered actually.
Poor fucker.
Wonder if I could push him into the pit. He definitely seems like not that bad of an enemy when you're not coming here at level 3 though. Like the Githyanki patrol is probably harder than dealing with Ragzlin.
I must reach there.
But when you come here at level 3, different story. See how he does here though. Yeah, he still hits hard. It's just that I can also hit that hard, so it's not really as scary.
Let me strike true.
I could actually shove him off. Maybe then he'll fight the ogres. Hey, the ogres are in combat now. They can deal with him. Ogres versus Ragzlin. Yeah, they were being lazy, so I thought I'd force them into combat, you know? At least I don't need to deal with them. Yeah, be his ass. Poor Ragzlin, I feel bad for him now. I was kind of hoping the ogres would have, like, more combat. Gale's getting some big hits in. Is Ragzlin gonna be able to kill one of these ogres, I wonder? He's not my enemy now. He's their enemy. Huh? The spider is aggressive now?
Knees high.
Alright, spider. We're gonna have to put you down then, I guess. Don't know why the spider decided it was gonna attack us also. Honestly, if these goblins are able to take down Lump, that'd be pretty good for us. Ragzlin does only have 16 HP left, but he is getting through that health bar. Nice, it actually hit. Sacred Flame actually did damage. It's always impressive when it happens. This fight's definitely been interesting. Not great, but interesting. Just the way it's all played out has been so stupid. That's what I love about this game though. Even when you're like doing the same stuff that you've already done, sometimes it can just go wrong and be the worst, most stupid battle you've ever had. Like, you know, I have a lot of hours in this game now.
I must be without mercy.
But this is probably the most random encounter ever in those many hours. There goes Fank. I'm sort of considering dealing with the ogres as well, but we'll see. Later, cry.
Onward.
The environmental kill. Alright, there goes Ragzlin. In the pit where he belongs. Hey you. 1v1? Oh. Oh, about that 1v1. What a battle. What a weird and wonderful battle.
What's in here?
No more than a few pecks. I'm afraid this spread is most inadequate.
Whose fault was that,
A
Lump?
bargain, isn't it? Unless perhaps you've a spicier deal.
How about the spicier deal is us?
Delicious.
I think they're up here with us. They teleported? Yeah. Be interesting at least. The fact that we're fighting up in the rafters might be a little bit crazy. Lump is kind of stuck in a wall. Well, not stuck in a wall, but he's stuck behind chalk. Why does that scratch? Heck yeah. Nearly game. Not too much to deal with.
Take two.
What a weird series of events.
I got this. What to do?
Had to be done. Diary of Lump. And I'll take that hat from you, thanks.
Path lies before me.
You know, I might consider just wearing it right now because I don't actually have a good helmet anyway, so... I've never really been one to, like, use the barrel-mancy strategy. I prefer doing the fights myself, but... Look at all this gold! Holy... Oh, only 500 gold? Oh, Gloves of the Growling Underdog are pretty good. I love that they have a big gold pile that turns out to be not as much gold as you were hoping. I mean, it's still a lot of gold. I think I used these gloves on my paladin until near the end of Act 3.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
They are very good. I'll do a short rest in between that fight. Gotta go down and loot Ragzlin. We'll head down there in a moment. I just want to clear up the rest of this area first. Alright, let's head for Minthara. You can have a 1v1 if you like. Get Karlak over here just in case. I'd like Minthara to get an attack off, you know? Going for Karlak though.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Yo, Minthara, you meant to be attacking me. There you go, she got an attack off. Holy. How that got absolutely cooked. Goodbye, Minthara.
You did it. You actually did it. The leader's dead. Praise Sylvanus. No, that's not right. Praise you, my friend. The Grove owes you a debt beyond measure.
They sure do.
Killing's never my first choice, but those three were too dangerous to leave alive.
I've done my part, now tell me about Moonrise.
Let's get out of this pit, firstly. Return to the Grove. I'll make my own way there. I can see to some matters there, and we can discuss what comes next amidst more bucolic surroundings than here.
Okay. Now going outside this door, I don't know why I gave it to Astarion. I'm just so used to sending arrows to Astarion. My other playthroughs, it's
Where
like,
can I go?
hey Astarion, an arrow for you. Going out through this front door is definitely risky. Plus most of these guys are already damaged because we poisoned them before, so that should work in our favor.
Blood comes easy these days.
Obviously dealing with the ogre first. Quite important.
Need to find a way forward.
God, I'm really looking forward to getting my next level. It's, you know, it's going to be a while till we hit 6, but my character is going to destroy. So close to death.
Onward.
It's one dead ogre. I think now is when we'll put on Spirit Guardians. Need Shadowheart to be dodging everything. I definitely didn't poison their alcohol. That was a random bliss. Poison the alcohol the first time I played through, so I had to fight all of them. At full strength. Scratch there since he can't make it anyway. There he goes, dying in a fire.
With ease.
And we give Shadowheart haste.
Got to focus.
And then she runs around,
On the move.
murders everyone. Everyone. Charlotte might be able to get a swing off though.
Eat it. I've got a long road ahead.
Nice. Now from Crusher, we get a really nice ring which gives more movement speed.
Whatever comes.
Probably gonna give that Shadowheart. A hasted Shadowheart with Spirit Guardians. That's pretty nice, honestly. That's why I'm like, man, turning Gale into a sorcerer would be... That'd be pretty nice. Well, it looks like I'm gonna get a new upgrade because I might as well wear this since it's free. That looks pretty nice, honestly. I was tossing up between the Spider Silk and the Hide. I mean, they're the same AC, but even though we're like a Gloomstalker, the stealth checks are whatever, you know? But I don't really need the initiative either, so it's like... They're both pretty much the same for me. I'm just gonna go around and clear up the rest of the goblins, because there's still Still a few goblins to kill around here, so I'm gonna quickly go ahead and do that, and then we'll catch back up when the killing is done. But yeah, I did forget to go into the room where the Zentarum were, so I'll have to go back into the goblin. Well, it's not really a goblin fortress anymore, is it? I'll have to go back in there though and deal with that room. There is some loot in there. But I think that's pretty much safe to declare Operation Destroy All Goblins a success. Considering. Now I am willing to take all of these
No time to dally.
smoke powder barrels just in case we want them in the future.
That might be worth a look.
With the final explosive barrel, we'll make a mess.
No time to rest.
We are standing in the fire, but as long as we don't move, we should be okay. Anyway, head back to the grove. Gonna be a good long rest for my team after all this. Might as well tie it all in together, you know? They've definitely been complaining about being tired, which is fair, because been 2 episodes now where we haven't had a long rest.
A scout just reported. The goblins' leadership has been decimated. We might escape this place yet. And I hear you are the one to thank. I'm grateful. I took a collection from all of us. It isn't much, but you've earned it.
Thank you.
It's not enough, but it's all we have.
It's quite a day for reunions. Halsin has returned, too, and I expect he'll want to speak with you. As for us,
No armies at our heels. Amazing. We can finally leave. But perhaps we need not speak of farewells. We'll join your camp tonight to celebrate if you'll have us.
Sure, we'll see you there.
With the leadership dead, no attack will be mounted on the grove. I am in your debt, my friend. Speak to Wrath. He will reward you for your efforts.
Nice camera angle. What about Karga?
Korga. Poor child. The grove will be a dimmer place without her potential. But you are right. You had no choice. I failed her long before you arrived. The shadows could not have tempted her if I had taught her as I should have. But the grove still stands even if she does not. Thanks to you.
This camera angle. What about my problem? I need to get to Moonrise.
Soon. First, I must set matters to rights in the grove. And you should celebrate your victory. After being dormant for so long, your infection is unlikely to produce new symptoms spontaneously. Tomorrow morning, we shall discuss what is to come.
Okay. What happens next?
The journey to Moonrise Towers, and all the dangers that entails. But that's tomorrow's problem. Take some time for yourself tonight. Rest, celebrate. Come morning, I'll be by your side.
Alright, so we'll have to go back to our camp and celebrate with them, but we've got to speak to Raph also, so we'll do that first.
You saved us! Just like Baldur.
I knew this would come right if we just stayed positive. Not that your blade didn't help too.
You do good work. If you can handle more than goblins, might be I'll have use of you in Baldur's Gate.
You killed the goblins. Hope you made them suffer.
They did.
You've solved one problem for us. Guess it's on us to solve the next.
Here lies Canon. He gave his life defending others. He will be missed.
The first to die.
I'm glad you came through it alive. We owe you more than we can repay.
Baldur's Gate, we're coming.
I wish you luck on the journey.
I nearly dispatched those goblins myself, but it seems you managed well enough. And why wield a masterwork where a butcher's blade will do? My thanks, truly.
No problem, Roland. You would have been so useful. Now I can take all this. Don't mind if I do.
Ah, you're addressing me, a humble ox. How quaint.
Did you come from Outer Elf with the others?
I suppose I did. Yes. I had quite a life in El Turul. Chewing cud, pulling carts, etc.
I beat. Let's have a look at you. I don't know if I even interacted with this on this character.
Something's off. This creature isn't what it appears to be.
More to you than meets the eye. Care to explain?
No. You are incapable.
Come on, old chap. I'm a devil for gossip.
I'll tell you this much. I'm going to Baldur's Gate, with or without the rest of these poor sods. Now, that's all I have to say besides, and I really mean this, moo.
Moo to you too.
Nothing here for you.
Kind of crazy when you finally get done with the first map. You're like, alright, well, I did it. That's the start of the game. Like so much content already.
You brought Halsin back. Thank you. No, thanks is not enough. May Sylvanas bless you for all your days. I cannot imagine taking on a camp full of goblins was a simple task.
It wasn't too bad.
Fair enough. I should not have underestimated you. And I promised you a reward, didn't I? Let me show you on your map where you can find the cache. Take this rune. You'll need it. Place it among the pedestals inside our library. When the wolf glows brightest, everything in the vault below will be yours.
Well, well. What happened?
Get on down. Into the hidden vault. I love when I sometimes click on a chest and throw it around. But yes, that's exactly what I wanted to do with that chest. Now we get the weapon Sorrow, which probably not going to use.
Beautiful glaive. So why does touching it give me a knot in my stomach?
We'll do all the inventory management and everything after we're done with the episode. There will be a lot of it, so I don't want to have to make you guys have to watch through it. That's the nice thing about doing the YouTube. But anyway, let's head back to camp. Long rest. Get a party in. Scratch, is he sitting on your seat?
I like these people. They're joyful. It's contagious.
That's good.
Think of it. No more caves, no more tents, no more running away. We'll be in a city with roads and markets and homes.
Sounds great.
Look at them all. Guzzling poison like we've the right to be happy.
We survived. That's always worth celebrating.
Not everyone. We lost people, and it's like they don't even care. But I care. And I won't drink myself into a stupor to change that.
Okay. Be miserable then.
Patience? Have you no respect for showmanship?
Having performance issues, Roland?
Hush you. And behold!
Wow.
Adoring applause? You're too kind.
Remember when he could barely cast that?
They grow up so fast.
Never have I met such troglodytes. Now, pass the wine.
I don't really like Roland alone, but when he's around Leah and Cal, he's a much
Look
better
at them.
character.
How happy they are. We did that.
How about the three of you? Having fun?
Yeah. Don't tell Roland, but his magic show might be the highlight. He's been doing them since we were little. He'll make it big in Baldur's Gate. I know it.
Are Roland and Leah actually getting along? I know you cut down a horde of goblins, but this is far more impressive.
I need to dance.
No. No,
Well,
I need
Will
to lie
might be up
down.
for a dance.
Sherry! That's infernal for cheers.
Carry eating.
Possibly turnip.
This might be the wine talking, but I'm feeling inspired. Thinking of writing my next song about you. But I need an angle. Any ideas?
How about courage? Classic song material.
Fitting. You're braver than half this camp combined. That deserves to be remembered.
You have no idea how good it feels to see these people smiling. The singing we could probably do without, but even so, thank you.
No problem. Talk to Mole. Standing out here alone.
You came through for us. That's a change from most adults I know.
It sounded dangerously close to a compliment.
And that sounds like the wine drowning your wits. Go on, enjoy yourself. I've squirreled away a few extra bottles. When the barrel's tapped out, I'll be there to save the night. For a price, of course.
How very roguish of you.
Go on now. Don't waste a night like this talking to me. We'll discuss your problem tomorrow.
Why don't you go out and mingle a little, Halsin?
Later, perhaps. Don't worry about me. A night under the stars amidst nature's creation is just what I need after being locked up in the Goblin's dungeon. Go on, enjoy yourself. Seek out some wine before it runs dry. There are a lot of thirsty people around here.
There sure are.
Hope you're enjoying the night, hero. I certainly am. Cheers to many more like this.
I do hope you have partaken of something bracing. This may well take us all night.
And by this you mean...
Why, your naming, quite obviously. That ballad was but a crude preview, a frame without its crowning jewel. Your nom de guerre. Something iconic, but not too much of a mouthful. We don't want to exclude the common folk, after all. I intend this tale to enrapture all.
How about Goblin's Bane?
Not to meddle in your side of this partnership, but slaying goblins is not exactly the stuff of legends, is it? After all, I'm quite certain I once saw one expire from the strain of spelling his own name. No, I'm afraid that won't do. You shall simply have to go out and slay something decidedly more dramatic.
Okay.
You know, I never pictured myself as a hero. Never thought I'd be the one they'd toast for saving so many lives. And now that I'm here... I hate it. This is awful.
You did a good thing, Astarion. Suck it up and enjoy yourself.
Enjoy myself? There's a worm in my brain, hunters on my trail, and all I've got to drink is wine that tastes like vinegar.
Well, the problems will still be there in the morning.
That means I have to survive tonight. And this party. All I want is a little fun. Is that so much to ask?
That had better not mean I want to kill something.
Not at all. I was hoping for companionship. And, well, maybe a little death. Figuratively speaking. Not with you, just to be clear. I mean, can you imagine? Ugh, no. Anyway, don't let me keep you. I'm sure you have someone else to sniff around.
Why do you have an exclamation mark over your head just for that? I'm kinda glad Astarion doesn't like me in this playthrough because he really likes my Dark Urge and he won't stop telling her. I keep saying no to him and he's always like, please. Kind of too much for me.
I have seen the Kithraki tear a screaming Neogi's legs from its belly to fashion into blades. Yet they could not match your nerve today. It was enough to drive me to madness.
I smell their blood on you still. I'd have liked to have tasted it. Too bad for us both, your bunk will be quite busy. Take all the pleasures you can before dawn brings their end.
Why is my bunk gonna be busy?
Would you look at this place? All these people happy because of us. It's nice to be somewhere where good is still possible. And with good potations, too.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Fuck yes. I'm celebrating my freedom, and our friendship, and these folks' bright future besides. All I need now is a fire-retardant lover to get lost in till sunrise.
There are some people around here that are from... Zevlor can probably take it. Did you have parties like this in Avernus?
Not so much. You spend the whole time avoiding swords and schemes. Plus, people just get nastier as the night wears on. I tried to make friends at first. Learned my lesson fast. Better to keep to yourself in hell.
Will you enjoy yourself tonight, Carly?
You too, soldier. Enjoy yourself tonight. You've earned it.
Everyone seems to be in high spirits. Strange. You know who I never thought I'd find myself caring for?
Refugees?
Exactly right. Never gave them much thought. Certainly not that bunch in the grove. Yet we came through for them. We saved their lives. Odd.
Are you worried Shah won't approve?
Something like that. I was taught to reject anything that distracted from Shah. But there'll be time for penance later.
I already had the scene with Shadowheart, so... that can't happen. Usually it is when it happens, like here. Will?
Ah, hells. I was hoping you wouldn't notice I was gone.
Are you alright?
No. I'm deeply proud of you. A touch less so of myself. In truth, I don't feel in a festive mood, and I didn't want to cast a grey cloud over the night. I'm a devil. I love the people from the Grove, but I unsettle them deep down, as I seem to unsettle everyone nowadays. You don't want a devil at your party. Horns this sharp will pop the balloons, you see, and the guests won't take kindly to scars quite so monstrous.
Come on, you're exaggerating. Not that much has changed.
I feel spikes beginning to sprout in places they really shouldn't.
Weird.
But, off with you. This is your day. Have a dance. Enjoy the music.
Well, I wish you were at the party, but I'll respect your need for peace.
Sometime alone beneath the stars, and I'll be back to my old self. Promise. Still, it's a night to remember. You've made sure of that.
Beautiful night, don't you think? Nothing like a brush with destruction to make one appreciate the majesty of the celestial canvas. It's a view I would once have shared with my companion, though definitely unaccompanied by such revelry. She preferred it when we were alone, curled up before a crackling hearth with some ancient, esoteric tome between us. Ink glinting in the firelight.
Are you talking about your cat?
By a Gerorn's lost nose! No! Tara is not any cat. She's a Tressum. And given your confusion, I'm guessing you've never met one. They're brilliant creatures. Fine company for any self-respecting wizard. She'd be most impressed by our efforts saving these tieflings. Proud, even. And I've given her little to be proud of recently. After I was afflicted with my condition, I locked myself in my tower for an entire year. I was inconsolable, wallowing in my self-inflicted tragedy. I'd given up on myself, but Tara never did. It was her encouragement, her research that led me to my treatment. Once we knew that magically infused items were the key, she went out to find them for me. She saved my life. After so long being cared for by someone else, it feels good to have repaid the favor. Not directly to Tara, but to these poor tieflings. I'm sure she would approve.
What is Tara like?
You remind me of her somewhat. There's a steeliness in you, an unwavering tenacity, even in the face of, to be frank, quite dire odds. Wish she were here for me to make a formal introduction. But I would never ask her to undertake such a journey. She's safer at home. Besides, she was always telling me I needed to spread my wings, so to speak. find mortal friends instead of hanging onto Mistra's coattails. So that's what I'm doing. I hope.
You don't have any friends?
Sadly not. If I'm being entirely honest, my social circle is rather small. More of a dot. Or a pinhead. I've got acquaintances, certainly. Plenty of colleagues. Friends? Those are precious indeed. I hope, though we've only known each other for a short time, I might be able to count you among that number.
Friends with the mighty Gale of Waterdeep? I'd be honored.
I'm glad. To know you enjoy my company is... well, it's rather wonderful. Actually, I'd be loath to waste the time of someone who's become rather important to me.
The game definitely wants me to... I mean, he's probably the only option because I did the magic with him. But I don't think I'm going to romance Gale in this playthrough, so... Feelings mutual, Gale. You're a wonderful friend.
Wine is to wit as meat is to... oh, can't bloody remember it. There I go then, proving your point. Perhaps we'd better leave it at that. My ineloquent tongue isn't worthy of your ear at present. Go. Indulge in the frivolities. They're good for the heart. And mine will be all the lighter to see you enjoying yourself.
Thanks. He did friend zone himself, after all.
Buzz of celebration quiets to a soothing hum as you approach your bunk. You've picked up a few pleasant memories on your journey amongst your struggles.
We shall try to push twisted thoughts of Shadowheart from my mind and seek sleep.
Your mind is certainly an enigma. But would you wish it any other way?
Like I said, I'm probably romancing Shadowheart this playthrough. And we already had the scene, like, so many episodes ago, so...
I trust you enjoyed your evening. After all your efforts, it was well deserved. It may be some time before you're afforded another such night. There is much to be done, and I promised I would help you however I could. I'm certain a cure for you can be found at Moonrise Towers, but it's complicated. The journey specifically, it's extremely perilous, though it seems you're well accustomed to navigating danger.
I suppose it was too much to hope we were going to be cured here and now. To Moonrise, then.
What's so dangerous about it?
To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls.
What do you suggest?
You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the shadow curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers.
Dark Justiciars. I must see for myself.
Aradin and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers. And maybe even bypass the worst of the Shadow Curse.
Okay. I've already found a way into the Underdark. I can pick up the trail from there.
Already? If only I'd gone with you instead of Aradin. I would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. It seems our fates have aligned.
Why do you want to go to Moonrise?
Unfinished business, and a lifetime of regret to repair. I helped overthrow Ketheric Thorm and his Dark Justiciars years ago. but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. I spent years researching the curse, trying to put an end to it. Nothing has worked. Yet, if I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse. Same as you may find a cure for your infection.
Is that why you went with Aradin? Thought he might uncover this route?
Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something about both the Shadow Curse and Ceremorphosis aberrations. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Aradin and his band. We didn't even get close.
True. What about the Grove?
I've chosen a successor as first druid, Francesca of the High Forest. A bird's already been dispatched to summon her.
What about Wrath?
Wrath has promise, but he has a ways to go yet. He wasn't able to stop Korga by himself. The Grove needs experience and a strong hand. The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias. This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the Grove in my absence.
Sounds like the Grove will be in good hands then.
Indeed. We've quite the journey ahead of us.
Did you want something?
You seemed intrigued when Halsin mentioned Dark Justiciars before.
Wouldn't you be in my place? If there's even the slightest chance that Shah worshippers remain within our reach, we should try and find them. Even if they're all long gone, and that seems quite likely from what we know, who knows what they may have left behind for us to use? My people are nothing if not resourceful.
As long as I've prayed to Lady Shah, I've wished to serve her as a Dark Justiciar. There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shah, save perhaps if you become the head of her church. To become a Dark Justiciar is to become the Night Singer's sword arm, her implement with which she will cast down the unbelievers and win the final battle to restore her perfect, endless darkness. It's all I ever wanted. I prayed it was my calling. But Mother forbid me from seeking to prove myself worthy of the rank. She said I was not ready. Not my mother, I should add. The Mother Superior, head of Lady Shah's enclave in Baldur's Gate. Sometimes I wonder if she would ever deem me ready. I owe her everything, and I only wish to serve, yet she can prove inscrutable.
Do you think she'll ever relent and make you a Dark Justiciar?
I don't know. Perhaps if I succeed in my mission and reach Baldur's Gate. Hope has little place amongst Lady Shah's children. It's an illusion, a distraction. But for this, I hope my time will yet come.
How do you know so much about the parasite?
I studied one up close. Closer than most would care to be to those things. A drow attacked me and I defended myself. Afterwards, I was able to examine the tadpole that emerged. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say.
And the shadow curse you spoke of?
It's had the whole region around Moonrise Towers in a chokehold of darkness and despair for years now. Those who remained are shadow cursed. If you don't die at their hands, then you become one of them. We have to get to Moonrise. But the less time we spend in its blighted surrounds, the better.
What about the secret stronghold in the Underdark?
Precious little. But I'm quite certain it can still be found. Aradin was convinced there was a hidden entrance in the Temple of Selûne. I'd start there.
You feel responsible for the shadow curse?
Well, there's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who witnessed the fall of Moonrise still draw breath. What Ketheric Thorm unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I must do what I can. I studied the Shadow Curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source.
You know how it can be stopped?
Perhaps, but we'll need to get closer before I can put my theory into practice. Put it from your mind for now. Once we near the curse, then there will be more to be said.
Okay. How are you faring out here at camp?
Wonderfully. If I'm honest, the grove was too comfortable for my tastes. I felt removed from nature. I'll miss my books, but I can find all the wisdom they contain out here, firsthand.
Well, you'll find plenty of books before long. I keep coming across them everywhere.
Is that so? Well, nature does abhor waste. I will keep watch, thank you. I had a feeling time in your company would prove fruitful.
Alright, I have a lot of inventory management to do between this episode and the next one. Oh, Kaga's moved out of... We got a lot done. Operation Destroy All Goblins is a success. And this first map is pretty much clear. From here we have a few choices. We can either go to the mountain pass, or we can go back into the goblin camp, or this interim outpost. You know, we found the Underdark way through there, but we're probably going to go through the goblin camp to the Underdark next episode. I enjoy that route. Next episode, and probably at least one or two after that will probably be spent in the Underdark. But we've pretty much dealt with the big thing in the first act now. There is still a lot more content to do in the first act. Look at all this inventory I'm going to have to deal with. So I hope you all enjoyed this. Like I said, it might have been a longer episode. Hopefully not too long. Have a great night or day, depending on when you're watching this video. And I'll see you guys in the next one.